Hi, I'm Travis Vedia, and this is my film, screen and animation history video essay. Performance capture. When we look at this technology, we think of Andy Serkis and Gollum, Benedict Cumberbatch slithering around like a Wally, Bill Nye as Spaghetti Face Man, and that very successful film about 10-foot blue aliens. Though these are key instances where this technology has greatly influenced the silver screen, we must recognize and understand performance capture's influence on the video game industry, where, undoubtedly, it has shifted industry, textual and societal standards and expectations. Performance capture is the hybridization of motion capture and facial tracking technology to record body and facial movement data to aid the construction of a realistic computer-generated character. Performance capture is often used with interactions between two or more characters to produce more genuine performances and natural interactions. Wherever the technology has existed, the video game industry has pushed forward in the hopes of creating realistic, engaging games. Studios strive for realism to prove the legitimacy of the video games and their potential to be recognized as an art form. The first attempt was through full motion video, FMV, in which real-life actors would perform cutscenes for film, then be rendered into a video game. This was a big step in the video game industry, with games such as The Seventh Guest, a mystery click-based game in 1993, selling over 2 million copies worldwide. Though this is a breakthrough in most respects, these games did not stand the test of time. Rather than blurring the line between real life and the virtual, it highlighted the clear differences between 3D animated environments and the actors. This is where performance capture comes in. This technology allowed actors to reprise their roles as in-game characters through movement and voice. However, the character animation department would create the character themselves from the data received from their performances. The technology allowed characters to be represented as 3D animation that complemented the game's visual aesthetics. Though the technology at first was stunted by computational limitations, it has evolved into a necessity for creating many successful character, story-driven AAA games. We have gone from that to this to now this in the span of 26 years. It is clearly evident with the standard of games today that performance capture has had a great influence on the industry and content. However, it has also been a catalyst for change and instability with rights and relationships with voice actors. On October 20th, 2016, members of the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, SAG-AFTRA for short, went on a formal strike against 11 major game employers. The strike revolved around a list of issues such as extensive and intensive vocal and performance sessions, lack of stunt coordinators for performance capture, and the need for residual payment. Residual payment is the bonus actors receive when their film is successful in the box office and later in media outlets. So this begs the question, why do voice actors not receive the same benefits as film actors do with their performances? With the introduction of performance capture technology, voice actors have had to quickly adapt to a new level of performance expectations, taking on physical stunts not previously required in their line of work, as well as performing under directions of both voice directors and directors more acquainted with the film industry. Socially and critically, voice actors have been recognized for their work, but on an industry level, these actors feel there is a lack of financial compensation for their work. As their work steers closer to that of film, the union and voice actors are demanding a residual payment if games sell over 2 million copies. However, the video game industry is refusing to grant such compensations. So with these industrial and social influences on the video game industry, we must understand the technology's impact on a textual level, as ultimately is the games and their appeal to the audience that has brought about positive and negative changes to the video game industry. With the continual improvement in gaming technology, performance capture has allowed video game studios to produce content that meets the expectations of the gaming community. Newly arisen expectations included the need for believable, realistic characters to further immerse gamers in the virtual story worlds. Struggles to meet such expectations in the past were due to the lack of nuanced, detailed facial expressions and believable natural interactions between characters that which now performance capture provides. Performance capture technology, using sensors and cameras, is able to record the slightest movements in the muscle masses and facial expressions. This information collection translates to a a more photorealistic performance. Take a look at this cutscene from Uncharted 4.
Not open yet.
This is the main character, Nathan Drake. There's a man knocking on his door. Nathan's eyes shift between the paper and the door. His eyes and eyebrows rise in annoyance. Though he is still verbally expressing his annoyance, our sympathy lies with his ability to convey emotion through body language. This is evident moments later when Nathan meets and confronts his long-lost brother. There is a moment of shock and disbelief in what Nathan is seeing. His brow furrows. His eyes dart up and down, surveying his brother in front of him. Even his weight shifts from one leg to the other as he is taken off guard. Though these are minute movements, these are key aspects in human communication. And thanks to performance capture technology, games such as Uncharted 4 are able to appeal to audiences on a character level and elicit genuine emotional response through realism and real-life human performances.